Get this fucking thing going. Does not register in the conscious mind. Get this fucking thing going. They're fucking with me subliminally. Fucking bitches, all this bitch, I'm not going to do it. Never raise a touch, but we're going to do it again. Never. Fuck with me, subliminally. Don't fuck with me, subliminally. Don't fuck with me, subliminally. Don't fuck with me, subliminally. Mike Muir wouldn't fucking take the showdown, would he? Would Mike Muir take the showdown? That's not very punk. Get a frosty mug going. Right, it's just my normal favorite Trumer pills. No big deal. Best pilsner in the world. Subliminally. They're fucking with me. Subliminally. Oh, let's get a nice head. Oh, too much head. Way too much head. Never. Don't fuck with me subliminally. Don't fuck with me subliminally. Don't fuck with me subliminally. Country Club 4. Let's enjoy ourselves this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully the show won't shut down. So far, so good. No dropped frames. Mike Muir hasn't shut us down yet. Propaganda subliminally. They're fucking with me subliminally. Was that Robert Trujillo? I don't think he was in. I don't think that's Robert Trujillo from Metallica. I don't think he was in Suicidal Tendencies at that point, 1983. Let's use the chat. Matt Brown, Lilliputian Petrodactyl, Bob Dwan, D. Sizzle, Neil Jaworski, Kevin fucking Clarkson. So many luminaries in the chat. As long as the show doesn't go down, we're gonna hold this. We're gonna hold this fucking shit. Phone lines are already blowing up. There's a guy here who called in before the show started. I better see what he wants. I better see what this guy wants. 352, you're on Pokersesh. Oh! Sometimes everybody's gonna be mad I cut off the best song, but you've been on hold for so long. What the hell is going on, 352?
Well, it's very important. I mean, very urgent matter here.
Yeah, there is a very, very emergent matter, or whatever you just said. What is it?
Well, from what I understand, something big happens at the California card rooms next week, right? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I only, you know what? I was supposed to have a guy reporting on this. His name is Kevin Clarkson, but he's a complete fuck up, and he did not go and get any of the information that I asked him to get, even though it was going to make him a lot of money. He did not go and do even the simplest tasks, which were to go to the casino and ask a few questions. But based on the things that I know, on April 1st, which is April Fool's Day, so it could be complete fucking bullshit. On April 1st, the private bankers were supposed to be thrown out. Now, none of the casino employees, none of the executives will say this is true. 100% of the executives who I talk to, and granted, these people are not smart by any fucking stretch of imagination, and they don't know anything, but there aren't even any rumors that this is going to happen amongst casino executives. Amongst casino executives, this is not happening. That on April 1st, the private bankers will still be there. They will still throw out people who are trying to compete with the private bankers. So it's sort of going to be interesting. We're just going to have to see what happens. Some people, I had one guy tell me it's only going to happen in blackjack games. It's not going to happen in any of the other games. So nobody really knows what's going to happen.
Well, aren't all the APs around the world just going to converge like the plague on the California card rooms? Is it going to be a bunch of Aspergery guys, with banks of chips, it's going to be like at the poker game, but everyone's going to be competing for the banking spot?
It's not going to be like that, no. The people competing for the banking spots are not going to be Asperger guys. The people competing for the banking spots are going to be like mobbed up Asian gangsters. The Filipino and Vietnamese gangs in Los Angeles, Chinese, they're going to immediately try to take over the Baccarat and Pai Gow games immediately. Because in the old days, before the professional bankers were ubiquitous in the casinos, that's who ran those games, was the Asian gangs. So the Asian gangs are immediately going to try and take those games over again. And it's going to be brutal. Huh? Yeah.
Let me leave you with this. Okay, so if you could just maybe high level walk us through how to do it. Because what you do, right? You sit, you bank 2 hands, you bet tiny on 2 hands or something. Right?
Yeah.
But could you give us a little more detail? 2, how much bankroll do we need to bring? And 3, how often are they slipping in cold decks and going to make a giant mark out of me?
They're never going to slip in a cold deck. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. The dealer might try to do a dealer and another player might try to cheat you. You got to watch very closely. A dealer and another player might try to cheat you, but it's going to be very amateurish, extremely amateurish cheating. So you can't just sit there and zone out, because the casino isn't going to have as much sort of motivation to catch cheating when they're not getting a cut anymore. So you're gonna have to watch very, very fucking close what's going on, especially on payouts. It's gonna be nickel and dime shit. It's not gonna be like fucking I don't even know what the movie would be, but it's not gonna be some Ocean's 11 type fucking slipping in cold decks and sleight of hand and fake show. It's just going to be the dealer having one of his friends come in, and the guy bets $20 and the dealer just slides him $100 and hopes when you're not looking. That's going to be the whole fucking thing, trying to get you, the dealer's not sliding the money, you're sliding the money, but letting the guy pass post, taking the player's side on everything. It's going to be giving the guy a bus card and then calling his hand 21 and sweeping the cards up really quick if you're not looking and saying, the guy just fucking hit a 21, you got to pay him. It's going to be a lot of just very bush league cheating. It's going to be the type of cheating that if you just pay the slightest amount of attention won't happen. The APs that are going to get crushed on this are the ones that are just think that they can just show up, watch TV and make money. That's not going to happen. As soon as an unscrupulous dealer sees that you're just watching TV, the unscrupulous dealer is going to bring in somebody and they're going to try and fleece you, And people will try to steal chips out of your rack. When I'm telling you the things that they're going to try and do, it's all blunt force trauma. None of it is sophisticated. Yeah. There is going to be no sophisticated cheating. It's literally going to be like a hot chick walking up to you, saying something to you, and trying to take a chip out of your rack. it's going to be like the most sort of like juvenile forms of cheating you've ever seen. There is, because you're not going to, so this gets back to the whole bankroll requirements. Like, I would not suggest that you go and try to bank Baccarat. You're going to have a massive bankroll. The reason why you're going to need a massive bankroll if you try to bank Baccarat is because the only way to make money banking Baccarat, which pays basically 1%, is to bank all the side bets. And the side bets play 40-1 and these massive fucking side bets. And you're going to have to sit $100,000 deep or nobody's going to gamble with you. And there's probably going to be an Asian gangster who's going to tell you very nicely in the bathroom that if you don't get the fuck out of the Baccarat game, you're going to end up in the trunk of his car. That's where that's going to end up. But because they are going to take over Baccarat and Pai Gow. But I don't think I think that they will leave white guys, blackjack, and Ultimate Texas, especially Ultimate Texas. So the thing you're going to want to bank is Ultimate Texas. I've said this many times. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but the thing you're going to want to bank is Ultimate Texas. You have the biggest advantage. People understand the least about how to cheat it. And you only need the tiniest bankroll. And the reason you only need the tiniest bankroll is because of things that I've said before. Number one, you're operating at a big advantage. And number two, although there are giant payouts of 500-1 and 100-1, if you don't have that much money in front of you, you don't have to pay that out. So even if a guy is betting $500 a hand and the payout on a royal then is going to be $100,000, he's never going to make you sit with $100,000 in front of you. Nobody ever thinks that they're going to hit a royal. And then when they hit it, you just take the $10,000 in front of you or whatever, and you just slide it over to him and walk out of the casino. It's table stakes. Everything is fucking table stakes. That's the important thing to remember. And the dealers in the past and the professional bankers in the past would tell the players that guy doesn't have enough money to cover you, and they would sort of blow up your spot. But now nobody's going to blow up your spot. But you are going to have to pay very close attention. People are going to try to cheat you, but the way that they're going to try and cheat you is going to be so amateurish and so Bush League that all you need is two eyes and an IQ above like fucking warm water, and you're going to be able to see whatever stupid shit they're trying. All right?
Yeah. So how does it actually work? I've heard you bank two hands and sit and you bank two hands and then you bet tiny on two hands or something, or like.
No, the dealer's going to ask before every deal. The dealer's going to ask if anybody wants to bank. 99% of the time, everybody's going to say no. So you just say yes and you bank it. That's it. That's the whole game.
All right. And then, are you serious about the getting stabbed thing? I mean, like, what if you're like very well, what if you're very well rolled and can, what about that?
You're gonna have to. I'm not totally serious, but let me just say something. These corporations are making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Okay, these professional corporations with employees and W-2s and badges and health plans. These are like big businesses. Do you really think that a gang that right now is like, I don't know what they're doing. They can't sell weed anymore, really. Weed's legal. I mean, I don't even know what gangs do anymore. Crime is falling off the face of the map. They're like, crime is so low now, it's crazy. I don't even know what criminals do anymore. These guys, when they see a chance to make millions and millions of dollars, the last of the criminals, the last of the organized crime, I think they're going to be pretty protective of it. My guess is they're going to be pretty protective, and that you probably want to be on your best behavior. Let's just say that, to listen to what you're told, and to play where you're wanted and not where you're not wanted. That would be my guess.
Because I asked my buddy about this, and he's like a very serious multimillionaire AP in California, and he knew all about this, and he seemed to think this is is this a state law thing? And it sounds like it's, you can go in and not just, the Los Angeles card rooms, right?
Any card room, yes. It's the Indians supposedly won the lawsuit. I've been told there's appeals. I don't know. I mean, I tried to get the information. I had a guy that was working for me to get this information. His name's Kevin. Yes, he has Down syndrome, but that's not the fucking point. The point is he had one fucking job. One job. He plays 10 cent, 20 cent for a living. He lives in his fucking mom and dad's condo, and he eats off food that he steals from Trader Joe's. I literally gave him one fucking job. Go to the casino, figure out what's going to happen on April 1st. He did nothing. Nothing. Why would I be surprised? Why would I be surprised he did nothing? Because that's how he ended up where he is now. So he did nothing, and so like now I'm trying to like backdoor the information through casino executives that I know. And the big problem with casino executives is they don't fucking know anything about their jobs. Nothing. Like they're almost like paid to not know. Remember that old Chris Rock bit? He said, I can't say it, but because he uses words I'm not allowed to use because I'm white. But he said basically,
black people.
He said, yeah, exactly, Grimstar. He said, brothers love to not know. They love to not know. That's basically like a casino executives. Casino executives love to not know. You want to keep a casino executive? Huh?
There's two types of black people.
Okay,
black people, and then there's...
Okay, Grinstar, I'm trying to not go down that road, and you're just trying to keep going. Do not go down that road. We all love Chris Rock. None of us could do his routine. He's not going to get canceled. We're going to get canceled. He's way better at it than we are at it. If you want to hear the old Chris Rock routine, just type in loves to not know plus Chris Rock. If you want your money to be safe, hide it in a book. All right. Okay, so 352, here's what I can tell you. Show up to the casino on April 1st or April 2nd, one or the other. And if there's nobody sitting there with a name badge on, banking the games, you just struck it rich, my friend. You just struck it rich.
Well, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I would think like Richard Munchkin and all these dudes that just crawl out of the woodwork to come do this. You know, I mean, it seems like it's going to be like, competitive. How could it not be for a $200 an hour play?
I think that it is going to be competitive, but one other thing you got to remember is, there's a lot of tables, a lot. In Los Angeles, there's Hawaiian Gardens, Hollywood Park, Commerce, Bicycle Club. That's just in Los Angeles. Crystal Park? Who the fuck goes there? But now you want to go to Crystal Park. And then, you start going south and you got more casinos, Ocean's 11, yada, yada. There's so many tables and there's not enough Dick Munchkins in the world to sit at all the games, all right? It's going to be a gold rush. It's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to last for a certain period of time. And if it's something that you have the proclivity for, based on me and teams that I have been part of or things that I've done in the past, based on what we've done, it's over $200 an hour that you can make during prime time in these games. Over $200 an hour.
Everyone I've ever heard that did this got barred, so I'd be surprised if something changed, but that'd be great if it did.
Well, they can't bar you. That's the whole point of that's the whole point. The whole point of this lawsuit is they can't bar you. That's why it's going to be fucking, that's why it's going to be a gold rush.
I mean, I've never brought like $100,000 to a casino before. Like, how logistically, what would you do? You wire it to the place, I'd assume, and then they can't wire it to the other casinos, right? So then, unless you're liquid, just millions of dollars, then that's going to be kind of hard to run multiple houses.
Well, you wire it or you bring in a cashier's check, you deposit it into a player's bank, and then every time you come into play, you take a withdrawal out of your player's bank for the amount of money that you're going to sit with, and then you sit with that money and you play. And if you get felted for some unknown reason, somebody hits quads or something, or if you've decided to bank baccarat and it's one of those crazy shoes where people hit 4 dragons or whatever, you just go back to the fucking Players Bank and withdraw more money. If you have good credit, the casino might give you a credit line, which will help too. And then you can just, put 100,000 on credit, whatever that they'll give you. You probably don't need to be in more than one casino. You probably can work and figure out the hours and the times that it's going to be safe and good for you to work at the Commerce or at the Bicycle Club, and just stay there.
Now, last week, you might have, those of us who are familiar with the Los Angeles area might see a running theme with Crystal Park and Bell Gardens and
Right.
Commerce and Hollywood Park.
Right.
These aren't in the greatest areas.
Yeah.
Do you have any word to the wise when it comes to not getting murdered?
Yeah, the running theme is they are in ghettos. And nobody's going to murder you unless they see you flashing cash. Nobody's going to even pay attention to you unless they see you flashing cash. So if you go to the Players Bank, they'll clock you. These guys are going to clock you, okay? So you walk in, you go to the Players Bank, you withdraw $10,000, you go sit at Ultimate Texas Hold'em with $10,000, you bank for 8 hours, switching tables occasionally to the whatever game looks better. At the end of your 8 hours, you're going to have $12,000 or something, for $13,000 on average, and you're going to go back to the cage. You're going to deposit it, and you're going to walk out to your car. The spotter for the people who would rob you is going to say, "Yeah, the guy deposited it in the cage. He has nothing. He didn't. I never saw $1 of cash. He tipped the cashier, and that was it. It was over. And you're going to be safe." I mean, I went in and out of casinos in Los Angeles for over 20 years with depositing, withdrawing tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I never had one iota, not even one run-in, not even one sniff of trouble. And yet lots of people I know got robbed, jumped, rear-ended in their car and gunned through the window. And the one thing that they all had in common that nobody ever had in common with me is I never show $1 in the casino. Not even a single dollar bill, okay? Everything is done through the cage. Everything is done through the Players Bank or my safe deposit box. Everything is done in chips, okay? But people who flash big wads of cash or sit with big wads of cash or like to look rich or flashy, they attract attention. They attract the wrong attention. Me, you can see me right here. I'm wearing a shirt fucking decade old. I'm wearing pants decade old. My underwear, at least a decade old. Nobody is trying to rob me. And they don't know that I bought $1 million in fucking ExxonMobil last week. They don't know. That's not how they do business. They do business based on what they see. So if you don't physically look rich or physically act rich, you're not going to have any trouble. But if you're going to the casino to impress people with how rich you are, you're going to have a lot of trouble. All right?
Well, thanks, Limon. Hey, man, I just wanted to say I'm so glad Pokersesh is back. Dude, this is amazing. I missed the heyday of Pokersesh, and I can't believe I'm calling in and talking on Pokersesh right now. I don't know if you have another caller lined up. I'd love to call back in. I have another couple topics, but I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, call back in. I got a whole bunch of people calling in. Call back in, 352, anytime, any week, every week.
You're the man.
Please call in. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going to be there, dude. You're the man. Thanks, Limon.
Thank you. All right, 949, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, Limon.
Yeah.
This is Brandon. You coached me 10 years ago. I gave you a Pliny. Remember me?
Hell yeah, Pliny, man. Do I remember you? I dream about you. What's up, Brandon?
I like the show. Thanks for doing it. You're fucking classic, dude. You're one of a kind.
Thank you, brother. What's up?
I have a poker question for you.
Sure.
So I don't want to give it up, but I still play,
Right.
and I don't play in America anymore.
Oh, nice.
And I'm in a great home game, and it's all the things that you talk about: high rate, girls, blah blah blah. It's the stereotypical game, right?
Right.
The players are horrible, and they do all the classic Omaha things: take bottom set to the end, middle set, fuck my life, all that, right?
Right.
What's the dummies for a just? And it's a round of Hold'em, round of Omaha.
Right.
What's the poker for dummies play in that type of game with over aggressive muy macho guys that kind of want to outplay the gringo? Like half of them stop trying to do it, but the guys that kind of come in and out still do it. So how would you adjust for the heavy rake? Because they rake like 350 pesos. That's like $20 out of the big pots.
Right.
What are your kind of like brass tacks for it?
So, okay, they're raking $20 out of the big pots, but I mean, what is that compared to the size of the pot? What is that compared to the blinds? Is it one big blind? Is it two big blinds? Is it four big blinds?
It's a deep stack, low blind game. 25-50 pesos. So that's it's like 2-4. Call it 2-5 essentially, right?
And
but the game plays massive. It plays like a 5-10 PLO at the win.
Okay, so everybody's like at least 1,000 blinds deep.
Yeah, there's a few guys short. I usually just buy in short because it's easy to navigate at the beginning, you know?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, is safety an issue?
No, they're not like cartel guys or anything. Like I did the math, and half the guys like me and think I'm funny, and then the other guys are over it, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
No,
that's fine.
It's not. I don't feel it's not unsafe.
Are you going to get thrown out of the game for playing exceptionally tight?
No, because their viewpoint of me is I'm lucky. I'm lucky, and then the couple guys are like, he's not lucky, he's just better than us, you know? I'm worried about getting kicked out of the game because I haven't lost in it yet.
Right. You know, I mean, when the rake is super high, you can't splash around a lot. When the rake is super high, you sort of have to play winners. Because your small edge situations are going to be ground up by the rakes, so you need to lean more towards large edge situations.
Of course.
Now, what are you like off-roading right now? Are you like the Baja 1000?
Yeah, I'm always on the Baja 1000. That's called my life, dude.
It sounded like you were off-roading. What the fuck just happened? You stick the phone out the window?
I'm driving.
Okay. And obviously, I mean, you're gonna want to play in really big pots. So I mean, the thing that you want to do is you want to try to see if you can get the players to straddle. Is this something that they like to do?
They love straddles. They love bomb pots. It's a cream dream. All of that.
Okay, so the thing that you're going to do. This is basically what you're going to do. This is your basic strategy. Obviously, there's more complex strategies, but I'm not sitting in the game, so I can't give you a more complex strategy. Here's your basic strategy.
Yep.
You are going to play very, very tight and aggressive, but you are going to straddle 100% of the time when you can straddle, and you're going to encourage everybody to straddle and double straddle and triple straddle. All right?
Okay.
So what you're essentially going to do is you're going to bump the stakes up, and so it's going to make the rake less.
Okay.
So now, if there's a straddle and a double straddle all the time, and people see that you're not just like a douche who's saying like, oh, hey, everybody straddle, but then you don't do it, you got to lead the pack. You lead the pack on doing this sort of shit, and then you've bumped the game up, double or triple its normal size, but you're still paying the old rake. So you actually now have made the game much, much better for yourself.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
And then when you actually do play hands that are other than your straddle hands, you're going to have to be very, very tight. You're going to want to be tight and aggressive. You're not going to want to advertise. By straddling, that's enough advertising. Don't do any more advertising than that. When you actually decide to play a hand, you're playing it tough and you're playing it to win.
Okay, I don't put the straddle on, but everything else matches the narrative of how I play it.
Yeah, definitely put the straddle on because now you've doubled the size of the game, but you kept the rake the same size.
Yep, that makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense. What about your things you said before, like when you're in Omaha games with weak players and you can make laydowns and do all the things, you can kind of play any hand. Not any hand, but almost, right? Are you still playing any suited ace with rags in that spot?
Well, these things are all relative, but yeah, like if a person will lose all their money with a king high flush, then suited aces are
Jack high.
Yeah, then suited aces are just worth their weight in gold. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I have another question.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the game called Meta Aces or Kill Aces?
No. What's this one?
This one is it plays kind of like it's the biggest game in Latin America.
Okay.
It plays like stud, but it's no limit.
Right.
Essentially you get dealt 3 cards and one of your cards is face down, okay?
Okay.
There's a round of betting and there's a flop.
Okay.
You can only play one card. You can only play one card off the flop, and then the additional cards are dealt to you with a betting round, but one has to stay face down, and you can choose if you're gonna flip the down card up and take one down, or what you're gonna do. You declare it before.
So it's like a take on Mexican poker.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have
to have a pair of aces or better to win.
Is it a strip deck game or all the cards are dealt?
What a great question. All the cards are dealt.
Okay.
No. Sorry. You get seven cards total, and you make your best 5-card hand.
But I mean, they don't. It's you start with 52 cards.
Yes.
No joker.
No joker.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's sort of a take on the old Mexican poker game. It's a guts type game where, you can either roll and make yourself look super strong and try to bluff, or you can roll and make yourself look weak and try to get value, but then people figure out whether you're rolling weak when you have a real hand or you're rolling strong when you don't have a hand, and those are the things that you have to you're playing at no limit, right?
It's no limit, yeah. There's a ton of bluffing. It's everything the truth, it's everything a Latin American male loves.
Yeah.
Tons of bluffing, tons of fucking chisme, bullshit talk, all of it.
Right. So basically, just like in Mexican poker, it's very, very important to be able to keep track of the cards that are out. All right. And so that way you can come to some proper guesstimates of what your opponent is holding, what they're keeping as their down card. And it's very, very important to lock into whether players like to roll strong and bluff or whether they like to roll weak and actually have it. You got to look at like how they roll against your rolls, and most of them are going to be pretty polarized in these spots. They're just sort of going to do the same shit over and over and over, and some guys are just going to roll strong and bluff 100% of the time, and sometimes they're going to have it, and it just doesn't even fucking matter if they have it sometimes, because they're just going to roll a board that overlays your board and put you to the test. And if they're doing this too often, if they're doing this too often, then you're just going to have to look them up a lot. It's just going to be an extremely high variance game, just like Mexican poker, extremely high variance game, because basically what people want to do, because it's a no limit game, is they want to roll a board that has you board locked, meaning their best possible hand is better than your best possible hand, and then they're going to try and bluff you. And you got to know the people who do this too often and the people who don't do it very often, and you got to know what cards are out, and so that you can make a good educated guess on what card they have down, whether it makes sense that would be one of the cards they have down. And you probably also need to speak Spanish pretty fucking damn well, because from the Mexican poker games, they all like to talk during the hand nonstop.
Of course. I get it. I know.
So
I know. Yeah, no. I got that part covered.
That's basically all I could say about that is in games where there's a lot where bluffing isn't so obvious in Hold'em, right? Because there's no way to prove to your opponent in Hold'em that you have them board locked. They can they can deduce that they're board locked, but there's no way to prove it to them. But in a stud game, especially a roll your own stud game, if there's one card down and the guy rolls 4 hearts, then and you have no possibility of making a hand that beats a flush, then he just has you board locked, and he's going to try to put a lot of pressure on you if that's something that he normally does. Okay, at that point in time, you have to ask yourself, how often would this guy roll 4 hearts and then try to bluff me? And if the answer is 100% of the time, then you just have to fucking lose all your money. The 1 in 5 times that he actually has the flush, you just have to lose your money because you're a huge favorite just by calling every time. It's just a guts type game. Or if the guy rolls 4 to a straight, or if the guy rolls whatever, and the 8 cards that would make the 5th card to a straight, you've seen 6 of them out. You're just gonna have to pay him off. It just is what it is. So it's a high variance game and it's a guts type game, but in the end, it's a really profitable game because there are certain people who every fucking single time they have a chance to roll you out board locked and bluff you, they're gonna roll you out board locked and bluff you. Okay, every time they have a chance to do it, they're gonna do it, and because of that, they're so far out of balance that you're just gonna have to fucking you're just gonna have to play chicken with them every single time.
Yeah, I know. They splice that into the best games, and I'm trying to learn. There's just no resources to really learn it,
You don't need you don't need a lot of resources. I mean, you don't need any resources. You're not playing with fucking David Scalansky, God rest his soul, okay? You're not playing with you're not playing with dudes who are going home writing their own simulation.
Too soon.
You're not playing with guys who are going home to Claude Dex, Claude Code, and writing their own fucking Monte Carlo simulations of Mexican poker. Even the fact that you're even thinking about it puts you so fucking far ahead of the field, it's not funny. Now, basically, because it is a guts type game, it's not a strategy type game, it's more of a guts type game. In a guts type game, you just have to know who's capable of doing what and who isn't capable, and then you just need to know if they're out of balance. And if they are capable, and if they're out of balance, when you have a hand that's better than average, you're just going to play giant pots with them. You're better off.
No, I get that. That's how it is, too.
And the other thing you want to do with those guys is roll weak. Make them, if somebody's out of balance, make them super out of balance. If they roll strong, just roll as weak as you possibly can. Because you want to keep them fucking firing once you've decided that once you put the bit in your mouth and you're fucking running down the straightaway, you have to keep them firing. So just keep fucking rolling as weak as you possibly can so that it encourages them to continue doing the stupid shit that they want to do.
You mean like let them bet your hand for you?
Yeah, like if he's rolling out a straight and you could roll out what would look like a bigger straight, don't roll that out.
Yeah.
Roll out something that looks like you're board locked, so that he will keep betting.
Okay.
So that he will keep betting his strong board into your weak board.
Okay, I got it.
Because he wants to bluff. Don't take the play away from him, because then you keep him out of balance.
Makes perfect sense.
All right?
Collectively, I've never seen a player pool that doesn't adjust at all. Like, they've been playing the same way for fucking years.
Dude, that's the same in Mexican poker in Los Angeles. They fucking played the same for a fucking 100 years. The thing that killed Mexican poker in Los Angeles was they made everybody take cash off the table. When they let people put cash on the table, Mexican poker was the biggest game in the entire fucking city. You had guys with like fucking little tiny fucking cowboy hats and belt buckles the size of a fucking hubcap, made out of solid fucking gold, sitting $50,000 deep. They didn't speak a word of fucking English. They're like 4'7". They got the fucking cowboy boots that turn up in the fucking front. Where the fuck did these guys come from? And then as soon as they said no more cash on the table, it all just disappeared. Gone. History.
Wow. They went back to Fresno.
They went back to Fresno, or they went back to wherever the fuck you are.
Yeah, exactly. They wish they were here. Yeah.
All right, brother. You owe me a Pliny next time I see you.
I'm fucking down, dude. I'll find you somehow, okay?
All right, thanks, my man. Thanks for the call. Call in every week.
Thank you. I will, brother. Bye.
I want to hear more about the Mexican games later. All right, there goes Brandon, one of my old students. Sharp guy. What's up, Grimmy? How you doing?
Hey, que se dice, paisano? What's up? What do you say?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to say back to that. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got lot of head.
I got a question for you, kid.
Plug talk. So glad Pokersesh is back. Thank you, Hank. Kevin says I'm going Friday. Kevin, you should have already been doing your homework. Why have you not already been doing your homework? Mitch 100 says, salute y'all, high stakes in the building. How long does the show usually go? The show goes until I get bored. Lately, that's been around 8 o'clock, I guess. But you never know. There could be overtime. It could be earlier. It could be later. Look at how good the connection is tonight, Grimmy. Have we lost connection even once?
Doing a good job there, buddy.
Dude, I had to have the fucking cable guy come over to my fucking house. I had the cable guy. I had the fucking...
Was it Jim Carrey?
Oh, God. Why do I talk to you? Okay, I had a whole bunch of fucking people here moving wires, changing wires, enhancing lines, fucking adding pixels, fucking download speed, upload speed, all for this show. So if it fucking doesn't work now, there's nothing I can do. I did everything humanly possible to make this fucking show work.
It reminds me of the Paul Foy Las Vegas story.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing when Paul Foy had to bring in his own fucking tech guys so that he could take sports bets, and then he got thrown in jail. And all of the guys who he was staking had to come and bail him out.
Phil Ivey being one of them?
Yeah, it was like Phil Ivey, Brian Rast, the blonde guy with bad skin. Durr, probably, I don't know. Everyone came to his aid. He had no lack of people trying to come to his aid. All right, first topic from you tonight, Grimmy. What is it?
We were talking about fucking Asians, professionals, this, that, and the third. You ever played he always plays the lowest stakes, and he wears a suit. He goes by the professional, this middle-aged Asian guy. You ever play with him out in Vegas, LA? He's more of an East Coast guy. I see him around like AC and shit, but I'm pretty sure he tells me he goes to Vegas. You ever play with that guy?
A guy who
He goes by the professional.
and he plays low stakes and he wears a suit. Why would I ever?
Always the lowest. I've never seen him play higher than like maybe 2-5 maybe. It's usually like the lowest stake game he plays at.
Then there's literally I'm not like bragging here that I'm a high roller or something. There's literally a 0% chance I would ever sit with him. Why would I be in fucking Las Vegas playing 2-5?
Yeah, he's fucking loud. You can hear him from the high stakes room, but I guess you don't know the guy. Next topic. Let's see here. Last a few episodes ago, you said something about like, listening to punk music when you're skateboarding real fast. Can you expand on your skateboarding career? Do you still skateboard?
My skateboarding career. Yeah, I was a young guy skateboarding in the 80s and listening to punk music. I think this is probably true for a lot of people. I mean, I went to skate competitions. I never won any.
Watch or compete?
Huh? To compete.
You were just watching or you were competing?
I competed in skateboard competitions. I never won any. My brother...
Fight, street skating?
Street skating. My brother won one. So we were
Rails and jumping downstairs and shit. And
you know, ollies, doing some ollies, some kick flips. This is a long time ago. Doing some airs on the ramp, you know, just different stupid shit. You know, just listening to music really loud and trying to break things and cause trouble. That was basically what I did. When I was 12 or 13 years old, I was basically doing the same shit that Kevin is doing now. As an almost 40-year-old. Like when I was 12 or 13 years old, I was like
Petty larceny?
I was like stealing things from fucking. I was stealing things from the fucking 7-Eleven and yelling mean things at people from the car. Like I was basically doing everything Kevin does now, but when I was 12 or 13 years old. And I could ride a skateboard.
Stole a pack of smoke when I was 12 or 13.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody watching this show now, whatever you were doing when you were 12 or 13, like basically whatever Kevin is doing now. Next topic.
Is dealing dice to a convicted insert type of crime here person that's only going to bet on like the don't pass line, or they're going to take odds. Is it worth trying to fucking deal dice to this guy, or is that just straight up like minus EV? He's probably going to want to get paid in cash if he wins, and he's very capable of whacking Scumstar. What if we just keep the limits low enough that, you know, the whacking likely goes down? Is it worth trying to deal dice to this guy that's only going to bet like the don't pass line?
Like why? Yeah, I mean, what a waste of time. I mean, if he's just betting pass, don't pass, come, don't come, and fucking taking odds, your advantage is...
No, not even that. Just straight up don't pass and odds. Like whatever is neutral or plus EV for him. Other than that, he ain't fucking with no hard eights.
Then why? Why do it? It's a massive waste of time. Unless that leads to something else, like playing a little poker or dealing a little blackjack, or maybe he tilts and starts taking some hard way bets. I mean, but no, if he's just going to take even money bets, why? What the fuck is the point? It's a waste of time. Waste of everyone's time. And maybe he's going to bring some of his friends and they're going to play poorly. But why? You know, you think about what might happen in the future, like what might come of it. But just doing that is a complete waste of time.
There's no edge in that?
No, there's no fucking edge in that. It's less than 1%.
And the don't pass? Booking the don't pass?
But the don't pass is it's 1%. It's nothing. It's a waste of time. If he's taking the odds, it's less than 1%. What the fuck is the point?
I mean, 1% is 1%. You can get rich off 1%, but
no, you cannot get rich off 1%. What's his cap bet going to be? $20? Yeah, see, don't even answer.
Whatever's friendly enough where he doesn't like feel the need to shoot me.
Don't even answer. The fact that I said $20 and you didn't immediately say, what the fuck are you talking about? It's going to be $2,000. No, it's going to be like $20. That means on every fucking bet that he makes, you're going to make like $1. It's fucking waste of time. All right,
fair enough.
Next topic.
Should I share the Sean Deeb pre-ban story? I think I might have alluded to once about the fucking... Oh, you know what? This is a good one, actually. This is a good Sean Deeb story. Maybe you can one-up him. He told me back before I was banned, whatever that was, 10 years ago, he knew this guy in Vegas, right? This was after he told me a story about how he beat someone $1.5 million Chinese poker, and the guy straight up flew from China with a suitcase full of cash to pay him. Guess he's good at Chinese. But anyways, he said this other story about this other guy that he played with in Vegas, that the guy claimed he had like this one key on his keychain, and the key was to a safety deposit box.
Right.
And then in the safety deposit box, it was filled with other keys for hundreds of other safety deposit boxes all throughout the world with millions and millions and millions of dollars. Do you have any similarly wildly rich, old, fucking Katzenberg-esque, fucking rich, filthy rich stories about people like that are just filthy loaded with dirty money to the gills?
Let me see here.
Copy on the change the topic. Next question, Griff.
Hold on.
Are you AIing that?
I'm looking at something because your stories are so fucking dumb. The is a largely okay. Here, listen to this. The story that find a single unlabeled key on a keychain, which then leads to a hidden safe deposit box containing other keys or massive riches, is largely considered an urban myth, highly sensational narrative. I knew as soon as you were saying it that you had been fooled again. Fucking dipshit. I knew the second it was coming.
I knew it was an urban legend.
Of course, it's a fucking urban legend. Like, how many times?
Word for word.
How many fucking times are you fucking gonna call me with a friend of a friend story, a fucking urban legend? You heard me typing and you're like, why is Abe typing? Why is Limon typing? It's because I was typing in your fucking story and then asking whether that's a common urban legend. Of course, it's a fucking completely common urban legend. And then the next question I ask is, how fucking stupid does somebody have to be to repeat urban legends on a podcast every week as if they were stories that actually happened? And it said, they have to be a fucking chromosome missing mongoloid. That's what, it's not me saying that. I would not say something that rude to you. How are you constantly fooled by urban legends? It makes no fucking sense. The next thing you're going to be fucking...
I'm a sucker.
You're going to be telling me again that fucking Danny DeVito sending people letters telling them that their name can't be Danny DeVito. Jesus fucking Christ. Listen, Grimstar, listen to me. Where is Noodles? That fucking guy. He fucking cost me a lot of money with his fucking pick.
I think he's retired. I think he's on the run.
Is he going to call in tonight, or is he going to be a scared little bitch?
You have to formally summon him, I think. I don't know.
Okay,
He's probably listening.
Is this like when you
Probably
fucking
in the chat.
Is this? Yeah, he his name was whatever. I figured out who he was last week. Mark something. Okay, so what is this like saying? Like you got, what do you say in the mirror 3 times? Babadook, Babadook, Babadook. What's the words you have to say in the mirror 3 times to get Noodles to come on?
Noodles, noodles, noodles.
Noodles, 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 noodles all day long. Noodles is limp because he can't pick a fucking game, even if it's minus 130. Fucking Noodles. Yeah, we want Noodles. Like, I make the Pokersesh audience so much fucking money with all my good advice, and all that money gets flushed down the drain of Noodles' horrible advice. He's basically...
Hey, make me some money here.
What is it?
I need a poker spook strategy other than sitting in seat 5. Maybe playing like Omaha games or like 5, 6, 7 card games, like with quasi-blind old guys. Like, what's a good spook strategy? And the follow-up is, what's a counter spook strategy? I always try to have like a big castle of fucking dollar chips to hide. My proverbial playing cards close to my chest. As I'm looking at them, it's tough to spook someone when you got a big fucking stack of chips next to you. And like, do you have any spooking and anti-spooking strategies? Counter spook?
I don't have it. You know what? This is sort of funny that you ask. I met a guy once who told me that he could flash his cards to a person sitting next to him. This is in New Orleans, at the Harrah's, New Orleans. A guy was flashing his cards, playing pot limit Omaha, Harrah's, New Orleans. This is a long time ago. But he wasn't like, it was pretty obvious. Like, he was lifting his cards and just fucking looking at them like an old lady looking at her cards in a movie or whatever, right? And everybody was telling the guy, we can see your cards, right? And I could see, I was sitting next to him, so I could see perfectly what he had. And he played a lot of hands too. So, I mean, I was at a huge advantage. And people said, like, it's not, dude, you fucking get to see his hand every time. You're a big advantage. This can't keep going on. Either he's got to leave or something. I said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just read out his hand every time he lifts it up. So everybody has the same information, okay? So he would lift his hand up, and I would say, Queen of Hearts, 7 of Diamonds, 8 of Diamonds, Queen of Spades, or whatever. And everybody would just be like, okay, we all have it now. And the guy would be like, don't fucking read out my hand. I'd be like, don't show it to me. It's only fair that if you show it to me, I have to read it out to the table. Otherwise, they're going to fucking make you leave or make me leave, you know? But anyway, that was one of the funny parts of the story. But the other part of the story that's more interesting was the guy who I could see every card he had was on my right. I was in seat 5. The guy who in seat 6 on my left said, you know what? I can show you cards and you couldn't read them. Okay? And I said, what? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, watch. And he's like, when I'm going to fold, I'm just going to flash you my cards early sometimes. Or when you've already folded, I'm going to flash you my cards and you tell me what I have. Right? So
I would fold if I was already folding, and then he had a hand that he wanted to do this with. It's Omaha, so he's getting so many cards that he often is getting 2 cards that he can put together in such a way. He would flash them to me really quick, and then he would say, "What do I got?" You know, he would play the hand. He'd flash it, then he'd raise or something, and then he'd say, you know, "Whisper it to me, tell me what I have," and he was really fucking good at tricking me. Like, he had a way of making Jack 7 look like Jack Jack. Like, he would flash it in such a way and have the 7 and the Jack held in such a way that Jack 7 looked like Jack Jack. And he could make Queen 6 look like Queen Queen. And he could obviously, the easiest one was he could make Ace 4 look like Ace Ace. And it was something about the way that he flashed it and the way that he bent the card just a little. It was like amazing. It was like fucking magic. And to this day, decades later, whatever, I fucking remember that guy. And he's like, I do this to people sometimes when I think that they're looking at my hand. I flash them the wrong hand, then I raise, and they think I have jacks or queens or aces. And I know how, by the way that they play their hand, whether they think they can beat jacks or queens or aces, or whether, like, if I flash them 2 jacks and then the board comes out with an ace and they just start barreling, I know 100% at that point that they're just trying to bluff me off my jacks. But I have Jack 7, or I have Queen 6, or I have Ace 4, and I might have a secret hand that beats them that they never even fucking thought of. So anyway, I hadn't thought through this scenario, obviously, because I don't know how to do it well. But he had thought through this scenario like very deeply of how to have them think he has the wrong hand, how to use the fact that he has the wrong hand against them, and how to use the fact of whatever hand that they think he has, the way the board texture comes out. So anyway, that's the only interesting thing I know about re-spooking people is if a person is spooking your cards and somehow you could trick them into thinking you have something you don't. So he could also possibly, I don't know, maybe he could also trick people into thinking Jack Jack looked like Jack 7 or Queen Queen looked like Queen 6. He was just really fucking good at it. I know that he tricked me 3 times. And this is in New Orleans, House of the Rising Sun. And I'll never forget it. He had on overalls. He looked like a fucking hillbilly. And he was not a good poker player. But he had thought through this one little thing, and he was really fucking good at it. It reminds you of the old story from Amarillo Slim that said, like, you know, if a guy comes up to you and says, "I'll bet you $1,000 that I can make the King of Clubs jump out of this deck and squirt cider in your ear," you better bet with 100% certainty that if you put down $1,000, the King of Clubs is going to jump out of the deck and squirt cider in your ear. Like, you know, sometimes who knows what the fuck hillbillies do all day besides fucking their sisters, but they figure out some weird ass shit. This is like you, Grimstar. This is the type of thing that I would think you would be able to figure out because you just spend so much time thinking.
I know, hillbilly.
Yeah, but you spend so much time thinking about stupid crap and like the names of every fucking hand and all this nonsense.
Rest in peace to a real one. Can we have a moment of silence for David, please?
Yeah, you know, I didn't even know that he was in bad health. Because everybody was saying
he was just beating up hookers a week ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago they said he was beating up a hooker and now he's dead. Like, how the fuck does a guy on his deathbed still beat up hookers? That's what I was telling the morons at 2+2, dumbest fucking people on earth. I was telling these fucking morons at 2+2, they're like, David beats up women. They're like, oh, he's violent. David Scalansky's violent, beats up women. First of all, David Scalansky's like a fucking scarecrow. He's like emaciated old man, number one. Number two, they obviously don't know the type of women that David Scalansky likes. David Scalansky has a 0% chance of beating up any of the type of women that he likes. These are like the type of women you see in the WNBA. These are some badass fucking bitches. David, I would take any fucking woman that David's taken home in the last 10 years. I would take them against him in a fight. It's just the stupidest shit I ever heard. Like, there's just so many people at 2+2 that want to hate David Scalansky. Like, why do you want to hate David Scalansky? David Scalansky did more.
See why?
Yeah, do you see why? Yes, he is abrasive. Yes, he's an asshole. Yes, he's arrogant. I don't fucking know, but he's put out so much fucking good poker information. He's a single guy living in Las Vegas for decades. I'm surprised he never got him in more trouble. People say like, oh, he did this creepy thing and that creepy thing. What do you think fucking single guys who fucking live in a casino do? They do creepy shit. He's not a criminal. He was never a criminal. And he did everything he could to help you make money. You fucking cock-sucking ingrates. People at 2+2, I call them cock-sucking fucking ingrates. Hank Duncan asks, I think Limon was exaggerating to be insulting, but do you actually have Down syndrome? I think he's talking to Kevin. Oh yeah, Kevin says that he does indeed have Down syndrome. Kevin doesn't have Down syndrome, I don't think. I mean, there's probably like mild, and I mean, it's hard to say. Kevin does love the song Oobla Dee, Oobla Da by the Beatles. That could be a tell. Oobla Dee, Oobla Da, life goes on. La 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 la, life goes on. That could be a tell. But you know who Kevin looks like? You guys don't know it. Kevin looks like a golfer named what's his name? He looks like a golfer named he's from Los Angeles. His home course is in Long Beach. He has sort of a funny last name that makes you think that I'm sure he got made fun of a lot when he was a kid. Has like cum in it or virgin in it. Cantlay. Patrick Cantlay. Kevin looks like this guy named Patrick Cantlay. If you want to know what Kevin looks like, that's what he looks like. He looks like Patrick Cantlay, but a more like schlubby version of Patrick Cantlay. So here, Kevin, I'm going to give you some advice right now. Get yourself a golf outfit. Kevin, go look at some pictures of Patrick Cantlay, okay? Look, I'll put in Patrick Cantlay right now in images. Patrick Cantlay. Okay, images. Okay. So this is what Kevin looks like, but Patrick Cantlay is obviously, like, one of the pictures looks exactly like fucking Kevin before he had a beard. The pictures of Patrick Cantlay when he was young and doesn't have a beard, he's like fucking Kevin's twin, okay? So here Patrick Cantlay looks like he likes to wear a white golf hat and a black golf shirt. This seems to be his favorite outfit. So here's my thing, Kevin. I don't know that Kevin is into meeting women. I know he likes to roll around with guys a lot, like way too much. But Kevin, if you are into meeting women, I'm going to give you some advice right now. Open up a Grindr account or whatever type of account you have and wear the black golf shirt, the white golf hat, okay? Try to make yourself look as much like Patrick Cantlay as you possibly can, okay? That's number one. Put that on your social medias. First, delete all your social media stuff where you're saying racist stuff or doing racist stuff. Delete all your social media stuff where you're talking about the Illuminati, the fucking Elders of Zion, the fucking Rothschild. Delete all that. Clean up your social media. Just put pictures of you looking as much like Patrick Cantlay as you possibly can. Have a golf club, whatever. Then, go and follow all of Patrick Cantlay's social medias, okay? Follow his Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. I don't even know what other, TikTok. Then, every time he makes a post, you look through his posts, through the replies to the posts, and if a woman has said something to him like, I love you, Patrick, or Win big this week, Patrick. You immediately respond to the woman, okay? Isn't Patrick the best? I'm fucking rooting for him too this weekend. Try to then follow, blah, 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 blah. Because you know that any woman that likes Patrick Cantlay might like you because you look like Patrick Cantlay. This is my advice to you, Kevin, because you are a 40-year-old virgin, and I don't know whether you like women or not, but if you do like women, if you do what I say, it's going to work. It's your only chance. It's your only chance. You have to use the fact that you look a little bit like Patrick Cantlay to try to meet some chicks. All right, next topic, Grimstar.
That's fucking brilliant. I know you never met me a day in your life, but I mean, who do I look like so I can try that stunt on their fucking page?
Well, you have to. I've never met you in person, so I don't really have any nuance. You'd have to send me more pictures of yourself. Maybe on Instagram, post a few pictures of yourself because I see your Instagram account or whatever. Post like 5 current pictures of yourself, maybe standing next to today's New York Times so that I know it's real. Although you probably don't get the New York Times because you don't live in New York. You live in fucking Albany. So the Albany Tribune or whatever.
I'm a New York Post guy.
Okay, so post 5 or 6 pictures of yourself next to New York Post, and then I will tell you who you look like, and then I will give you the proper plan to meet girls, I'm not telling Kevin to pretend, okay, I gotta make this fucking clear, because Kevin is gonna fucking stalk people and cause big trouble here. Okay, I forgot that he's missing a chromosome. Kevin, do not pretend you're Patrick Cantlay. Do not stalk Patrick Cantlay. Do not show up anywhere where Patrick Cantlay is. Do not say you're related to him. Do not say you know him. Just look like him and talk to girls online who like the way he looks. Sooner or later, some of these girls are going to be like, oh my God, you look sort of like Patrick Cantlay. And you're like, oh, come on, I don't look like Patrick Cantlay. He's so hot and hunky and tough and cool. I'm just trying to do my best, babe. There's a bar where people watch the golf on weekends. Let's meet up there and watch the fucking last round and see if Cantlay wins or whatever. I shouldn't help. But I'm helping you. I'm trying to help you. Oh, let's see. We got a call coming in. Let's see who's calling in right now. Anonymous, you're on Pokersesh.
Ryan?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, buddy? What's going on?
Hey, man, I wanted to call in and talk about something big in the poker community that you ain't really been talking about.
All right, let's hear it.
Hey, man, down in Biloxi, man, down here at Beau Rivage and Tunica,
Yeah.
man, they're overcutting the pots, and the dealers and the floormen, they're overcutting the pots, they're chopping it up. I know 3-4 dozen dealers, and many of them got fired, and now the ship manager's been fired, and so something needs to be done about this.
Well,
I hate to interrupt, but didn't this guy call in like exactly the same word for word thing like 6 years ago?
I don't remember that far back. My brain's Swiss cheese. Listen,
I remember a Beau Rivage. They're cutting the pots, but go ahead, go on. Let's entertain it.
Okay, they're cutting the pots at Beau Rivage. I mean, I don't know how I can help you. Give me some actionable information, sir.
Well, man, I mean, you're the man, and if anybody can do something about it, it's you. And maybe down get call one of your contacts and see what something got to do something about this.
Well, if you see I treat all these calls seriously. I know I shouldn't, but I do. If you see a dealer taking too much money, you got to stop their hand before it gets to the box, to the hole, and you got to say, turn your hand over. Let me see how much money's in there. And if they've got too much money, you got them red-handed.
Fair enough, man. I mean, you know, I don't. The thing is, the floor's in on it, man. I don't know how well that's going to go over.
Well, the floor might be in on it. I don't know why the floor would be in on it. The floor doesn't get any of the money that goes in the box at Beau Rivage.
They're overcutting the pots and then they're chopping it up.
Yeah, but the dealer. See, this is the part that doesn't make sense. If you told me that the count room was in on it, that might make sense. But the dealer and the floor, once they put the money in the box, they have no access to the money. So how does it do them any good to over-rake?
Oh man, the intricacies of the scam, it goes beyond. All I know is I see what they're taking on the rake, and it's too much, man. I know what they're supposed to be raking, and they're raking too much.
How have you ever actually stopped them and went to the eye in the sky? You can force them to go to the eye in the sky.
Who am I supposed to go to? You doesn't go to the floor, man. He said, no, they ain't doing it.
All right. You need to think out your prank calls one step ahead. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Of course, they're not fucking raking too much at Beau Rivage, you fucking dipshit. Get the fuck off my phone! All right. Grimstar, next topic.
Speaking of over-raking, who's the biggest Jew in the LA poker scene? Is it Iron Queen Deuce? Or is it that guy Jeremy from Hustler Live? Or is it you? Katzenberg?
Well, I would never refer to somebody as the biggest Jew. I think that's probably, like a bit mean. I think that might be considered an insult. It's probably, Eldar put Bear Jew in his name. So I guess it's Eldar, the Bear Jew.
What's the likelihood of getting cheated on a stream game? You seen that clip about that guy Elton? He walked out of the fucking $400,000 raise at the Triton event, and then he walked back in, and then he folded. Like, how fucking likely is it that that guy got some information about his hand was beat? I don't know if you've seen that. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, but how long is the delay?
Beat me. I have no idea. That's a good question. Yeah, it depends if they're honest about the delay or, all these fucking accusations of stream cheating between fucking was that first guy Apostle and the Robbie shit and all the hundreds of other accusations. Like, do you think these stream things are on the up and up, or when you were a fucking owner of a stream way back when, you have a little experience in the behind the scenes stuff going on? Are they fucking safe, or as soon as they start putting the whole car cameras, there's some shenanigans?
The likelihood of getting cheated on stream is very low. Very low. That said, it's higher than the likelihood of getting cheated in a game that's not on stream. That's my opinion. And that's if you count cheating as just like people just like nefarious people being around. Like, think of the Robbie Jade Lou hand. There was no cheating on that hand. None. But there was a guy stealing $5,000 chips off of people's stacks, okay? That was that poor guy. That poor fucking sucker. That poor fucking loser. I can't remember his name, but he was a loser around Los Angeles. People knew him. That poor fucking loser had been stealing fucking chips off of people's stacks at Hustler Casino Live for months and months and months. And no one noticed. No one ever noticed because it's a bunch of stupid idiots with too much money. And then he fucking has to steal a chip on the fucking one night when 1 million eyeballs are going to be on the tape and the security tape and every fucking angle of the tape on the one night. And then he gets caught because he's for stealing money off people's stacks. That sort of shit's happening all the time on stream games because stream games just attract a lot of very scummy people. Very scummy people. Look at how many people at Hustler Casino Live are criminals. It's just endless. The number of criminals that are attracted to this shit. Criminals are attracted to the game. Criminals are attracted as part of the entourage. Criminals are attracted as looky-loos. Criminals are attracted to work in the booth. Criminals are attracted. It just attracts a lot of like very, very fucking nefarious people. That's why when I owned the stream at Live at the Bike, I kept the game small stakes. I never wanted a game really bigger than 510 because then it's sort of under control. But once the games get really big, you're going to attract bigger criminals. Nobody's going to, in general, nobody's going to fucking cheat a small stakes game. Obviously, that happened at the Stones Gambling Hall with Postle. But you got to understand something. Although that was a small game, it was the biggest game in Sacramento. For Sacramento, that was fucking high stakes poker.
Was it like 2-5?
Yeah, for Sacramento, that was fucking diamonds and golds and rocks and rings and everything. That was as big as for Sacramento. That was the final table of the World Series of Poker. So you got to keep things in perspective. In Los Angeles, no one's gonna fucking do anything on that game that size. Waste of their time. They're going to wait for a much bigger game. Nobody's going to be fucking going trying to steal $5 chips off a table. They're going to wait for $5,000 chips. So you spread the smaller games, you generally protect yourself from so many scummy people. You get more people who can afford. There's a lot of people who can afford to lose $20,000 in a month. A lot of people in Los Angeles. Hundreds, thousands of people in Los Angeles can lose $20,000 a month. It's a very, very rich city. But there's almost nobody that can lose $200,000 a month. So if you have a game and you're spreading 5-10 and a guy has a really bad month and loses $20,000, that guy can just be a normal businessman and come back the next week and it's not a big deal. But to get people who can lose $200,000, you're mostly just getting people who are stealing the money to begin with, so they don't give a shit. The money is stolen to begin with, so they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit how much they lose because it's all fucking stolen anyway. Or they're going to commit suicide anyway, or they're going to get caught by the police for fucking sexual assault and rape and everything else anyway. They don't give a fuck. They're just blowing through it all. It's a YOLO moment. So that's why you get all these like massive fucking scumbags on high stakes poker. Hey, look at this. This is Noodles. I told you that Scott WM whatever fuck was fucking Noodles. I told you. I told you that. Let me see what now.
Spokesman.
He's not Noodles' spokesman. That's just fucking Noodles.
It's a spokesman. Wait a sec. He makes war diplomacy bets at the moment. He is in hiding. Oh shit.
Okay, Noodles is not in fucking.
He's got a spokesman.
He doesn't have a fucking spokesman. Remember last week when I told you that the Scott guy was Noodles and you were like, that's not Noodles, I'll bet.
I was going to book you $10, but now after seeing that message, that bet is off the table, my friend.
Look, how much smarter am I than you? Just say like 1 billion times smarter.
I never done the IQ test.
Okay. I instantly knew that was Noodles. And I could tell by the things that he was saying that it was Noodles, because he was always saying things like, get Noodles on the show, or Noodles, or Noodles is my favorite part of the show, or this show is boring without Noodles. I'm like, nobody would type that. No human would type these things except fucking Noodles. Now, okay, Noodles, we know that you're Scott, whatever. You say you're making war diplomacy bets. I suppose that you're doing this on Polymarket or something. Noodles, I want you to call in. I want your war bets. Maybe you're better at war bets than you are at sports bets because you're fucking suck at sports bets. So Noodles, we know it's you. We know it's you, Noodles. We know that you do not have a spokesman. Guys who mop up fucking cum at the fucking peep show next to Port Authority do not have fucking spokesmen. We know you don't have a fucking spokesman. We know you're watching the show. Call into the show and give us some Polymarket bets. I would love to get some Polymarket bets. So Maybe you're better at that than you are at sports because you're fucking horrible at sports and you've cost the Pokersesh audience mountains and mountains of fucking money with your horrible fucking sports bets. So the phone lines are open, 516-259-9515, waiting for Noodles to call in with some polymarket bets on the Iran war. Till then, let's see what we got. 352, you're on Pokersesh.
Oh, hey, Limon.
Yo.
Hey, so I've done quite a bit of reading about this guy over the years. I read his book. I read all of the threads on rec.gambling.
Right.
And I've only heard one other person in my life talk about him, and it's you. So, what can you tell us?
Wait. Let me guess the name. You are going to say...
Oh, you already know. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You're going to say the seal.
Russ the Poker Seal Georgiev.
I knew you were going to say Russ the Poker Seal Georgiev. I knew it. Yes. He made
some tall ass claims. I mean, like, if you've read these threads, I mean, but the interesting thing about it though is that if you look at the history of Las Vegas and the mob and Tony the Ant Spilotro,
right,
and there was some cheating going on, and it wouldn't surprise me if Johnny Moss and maybe even Doyle and Chip Reese were like on this dude's payroll. But I was curious as to your honest take about the whole thing, because this dude is saying, he's also saying that Stu Unger was wearing fucking glasses to see Dobb at the 1997 World Series of Poker. So right. I'm just curious to where you think the legitimacy of these claims begin and end.
Well, Russ, the Poker Seal Georgiev, was a notorious cheater. And he hosted the 75-150 stud 8 or better mixed game at that casino I mentioned earlier, the one Crystal Park, in the 90s. And he knew a lot about cheating because he was a cheater. He had business cards that said Russ, the Seal Georgiev on them, I eat fish. That's why he was called the Seal, because he ate fish. And he would try to recruit people to cheat with him because he sort of lived by the old gambler's code, which was never give a sucker an even break. And he would, to make himself feel better, or maybe because it was true, I don't know what, it could have been true, but definitely to make himself feel better, he said that everyone lived by that code in the old days. Him and Doyle and Chip Reese and all these guys. He said, we all live by that fucking code. I know for 100% fact that Puggy Pearson did, because Puggy Pearson tried to fucking cheat me. And he actually did cheat me, but, well, he tried to cheat me and didn't get away with it once, and then did cheat me and got away with it once. And Puggy Pearson was just a complete cheater, and he would cheat even in golf matches with Doyle. Doyle tells a famous story about how they had a match completely won. They were against Tony Chagra, I believe, and they were going to win 6 figures. And then Puggy got caught losing his ball and then dropping another ball over in the rough, and everybody saw him, and he got caught, and they lost the match, and they had to forfeit the match and lost the money. And then Doyle asked him, like, why did you do that? We were fucking going to win. Why were you fucking cheating? We're going to win. And Puggy's answer to Doyle was, I just couldn't help myself. Because that was the way it was. That was part of the old thing. Like, never give a sucker an even break. So, because I know Puggy was a 100% cheater, and he did try to cheat me, he tried to pass post a $1,000 chip onto his stack after he had called a bet of mine when he knew that he had fucking nuts, and then make me pay the entire fucking amount. And I did end up having to pay the entire amount because this fucking scumbag piece of shit fucking tipped in floor person at Binion's horseshoe would not go to the camera. He just asked the dealer or any of the other players at the table if they had seen him put $1,000 chip out, and they were all like, "We didn't see him put $1,000." Of course, they didn't see him put $1,000 chip out. They didn't see the chip there before the hand either. Okay, but now this is setting me into I'm getting triggered. I'm having a flashback. He was a fishy player, but that was at the time that was very triggering. Sent me into a fucking tailspin of rage. And Russ Georgiev was the same way. Russ Georgiev tried to recruit me for Cheating Team in 2002 or 2003. He had a boiler room to cheat Party Poker and the other one. What was it called? Paradise Poker. Paradise. No, this is Paradise. This is way before. Paradise Poker. And so he had tried to cheat to recruit me to work in the boiler room. Basically a bunch of people sitting in the same room playing online poker in the very, very early days of online poker, sharing cards and crushing the games. I declined, obviously, but I know a lot of people who are involved in that, and he was very fucking open about it. He wasn't trying to hide it. He was just go up to somebody and say like, "Hey, you're a good player. You're smart. You're trying to make whatever fucking living you're making here. Let's make a lot more money. There's this thing called online poker, and we're all going to play in the same room, and we all fucking just share our whole cards, and we just crush all these fish. The fish are going to lose anyway. Let's just fucking crush them. Like, let's just destroy them." He's like, he basically says, somebody's going to get all the money, man. Somebody's going to get all the money. It might as well be us. And that's the way that shit went back in the day. So I don't know if any of his stories are true about other players, other than his stories about Puggy, which are 100% true. But considering the type of guy he was and the circles that he ran in, I'm guessing that a lot of stuff he said was probably true, because they didn't consider it a bad thing. They didn't consider it a bad thing. All right, 352, thanks. 706, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, Limon. Hey, what's going on, man? This High Stakes Mitch.
Hey, High Stake Mitch, what's up, my man? Have you been over to
Another day, brother.
Have you been to the Beau Rivage? I heard they're cutting too much out of the pots at the Beau Rivage.
I actually have been, not recently though, man. That was years ago. Yeah. So anyway, another week, man. I did some research, man. I'm being serious. Do you think you might end up writing a book or maybe some other like media other than a book? Because I found some forums and different stuff that you wrote on, and they're very resourceful, whatever the right word is.
No, I will never write a book. I'll tell you something. Here's the thing. I have already given everything I've ever done, everything I've ever produced, every video I've ever made, every word I've ever written, I've already given it to the poker community as public domain. Anyone can use anything that I've ever done in any way they want to use it for free. For free. It is gifted. So if somebody wanted to put together a bunch of my musings into a book, if somebody wanted to put together a bunch of my videos into a training session, I don't give a fuck. Take it all. I give 100% back to the poker community for free. You own it. That is my gift back to the poker community. Now, me personally, I'm not going to be doing jack fucking shit. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to show up on Wednesdays. I'm going to talk and have a good time and have a few beers and some wine. And someday, the World Poker Tour is going to pull the plug on me. And then it's going to just be over. It's just going to be over. That's it. So that's my donation. So if you think I've ever said anything smart or anything that you like, and you ever wanted to put it together into anything, and you wanted to give it away free or charge for it, I don't care. It's all yours.
Thank you. That's real. I appreciate it.
No problem. What else?
Yeah, I gained a lot more respect from you. Excuse me. I don't know if I gained more respect from you, but I gained a lot more respect for you when I was doing some research and finding documentations on your poker philosophy and stuff,
Well, here's the thing about professional poker players. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to cut you off, Georgia. Guess who's on the phone? It's fucking.
Is it that with poodle?
It's fucking noodles. Fucking noodles. Thanks, Rome, Georgia. Thank you for the compliments, brother.
All right, I caught that.
Okay.
Yo.
Noodles.
You called him West Georgia?
Yeah, his name. He's from.
Yes.
He's from Rome, Georgia. Noodles. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck was up with last week's pick? You cost us all a fucking fortune.
Well, let me say my spokesman was correct. I only do war picks and diplomacy bets and live bets, and you're unsatisfied with all that.
I'm not unsatisfied with war picks and diplomacy bets. I would love to have a war pick or diplomacy bet. I don't believe that you could possibly do it, but I would like to hear it.
Why not? Why not?
Why not? Because you're so fucking bad at sports picks, and you said that was the only thing that you were good at.
I use Scalansky, Polymarket. I use a bunch of different books.
Oh, okay. Give us your best.
All right. Do you want to hear what I got right now?
Yeah.
I got a couple of things.
Let's hear them.
All right. I have U.S. forces to enter Iran by December 31st. I got.
Okay, what?
That's at about 70%.
You got that?
And then I have U.S.
Wait. Noodles. Okay. You have U.S. forces to enter Iran by December 31st, and what were the odds? What did you have to spend?
I put $50 on a 70%.
So,
and I'm working on getting more shares on that.
So you bought the shares for 70 cents each, and each share will pay you 30 cents. So you basically laid 2 1/3 to 1 or something like this.
Well, I also have a cleaner short-term one,
Okay.
which is that U.S. will invade Iran by March 31st, which is about a 15 to 16% chance.
So
That's a big one that I'm sprinkling on.
Like a plus 800.
I'm sprinkling on that.
March 31st, but that's like what? Like 7 days away or something? 5 days away?
Right, and then on top of that, I also have bets on specific drone strikes, how many drone strikes, what kind of drones.
Now wait, is this insider information because you know these the Israeli that bets on women's basketball? Is this inside information?
Oh, are you trying to get me in trouble on the air?
No, I'm trying to see if I'm going to actually listen to you or not listen to you.
What if I told you my guy who bets women's sports it could be in the Israeli military?
Well, that's interesting. It's not super interesting because everybody in Israel is in the Israeli military, so that's like.
All right, I'm glad as a fellow Jew you already knew that. A lot of people don't know that, but
I know everything. I know literally everything. You're basically like talking to Yahweh right now.
do you want the drone picks?
Yes, I want the drone picks.
All right, let's see.
He's looking them up.
All right, so you got. You can either bet on if they're gonna destroy a hardened bunker, an air defense system. I got a lot on hardened bunkers, and also I got on U.S. using electronic warfare on top of drones.
How do you confirm this shit?
It's on Polymarket.
I get that it's on Polymarket, but like the United States and Israel will say they destroyed like.
All right. I have lines right here. It's like minus 20 for 100 missiles, and the goal is to hit bases, radar, or a few nuclear sites in a limited.
How does anyone confirm this shit? How is it possible to confirm this?
The New York Post.
The news. I mean, war statistics. You got to go on like the War Department site.
Yeah, but what?
Where they unclassify shit.
Okay. They unclassify shit. How does Polymarket? Okay, so you make the bet. There's got to be like some like small print. What does the small print say? Like, how do they decide when there's action and when the bet is paid?
Well, it spikes every time a missile hits. So it'll go from 26% to 60% overnight
Okay.
if X amount of missiles hit.
Okay. Yeah, but
And I honestly want to end this conversation. I don't want the Iranian government to assassinate me for something.
yeah, like a hardened bunker, we don't even know. Like whatever. A few months ago, Donald Trump, the complete fucking mongoloid, said that he had 100% obliterated Iran's nuclear program. It was a lie. If you would have bet,
That's not. It's not a lie. And did you also see how many Marines he just sent over there?
no,
And
it was a lie. Listen, Noodles, listen to me. That was a lie.
Over 80,000 troops.
No, Noodles. He said a few months ago when they bombed Iran, he said,
But everything you see on the news is bullshit.
yes, so then how do they pay the bets? If everything you see on the news is bullshit, how do they pay the bets?
Because it's real world shit. Real world shit.
I'm not.
Like I said, go
Okay.
in the government.
Does
That's where you see what's going on.
Noodles, there's no fucking such bet as a hardened bunker. That has to be bullshit. Because just be.
No, it's not.
How the
Go
fuck.
type it in on AI. Type it in on AI. See if it comes up.
Okay. How the fuck could you bet on whether they hit a hardened bunker?
Type in. Can you bet on
Can
U.S. or
you
Israel
bet
hitting an Iranian bunker?
hitting a bunker? Okay, I'm gonna use. You bet on this stuff.
And
Okay.
X amount of missiles and what kind of missiles?
Listen, here's what AI said. Here's what AI said. Yes, it is possible to bet on whether a golf player will hit a bunker.
You see? Be careful before you talk down on noodles in my Israeli Connect.
Did you hear me? It said, yes, it is possible to bet on whether a golf player will hit a bunker. Golfer. A golfer. Not
Type
the,
it incorrect.
not the fucking U.S. military. A golfer.
That makes no sense. That's not even. What kind of AI are you using? Because that's not even what comes up on my AI.
I'm using Google, which is Gemini. I'm using Gemini. U.S. hitting.
Go on ChatGPT.
Okay, I'm gonna type it in again with military bunker. Can you bet on the U.S. hitting a military bunker in?
Be more specific. Say war bet. War bet.
Okay, I'm being more specific. Okay, you can bet on U.S. military actions against Iran, including strikes on specific infrastructure. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
All right, wait. I'm gonna try and figure this out now. I want to figure it out for real. I'm gonna ask AI.
While you figure it out, let me call back in. All right, because I am at work and I don't know fucking wash come. I do security. Stop doing that.
Yes, you secure the mop that's used in the peep show booth. Yes. How does Polymarket know if the bunker has been hit? Let me see here. Hold on, Noodles. Polymarket does not know in the traditional sense. Instead, it relies on decentralized oracle system and a consensus of credible reporting to finalize a market. An oracle system? Who the fuck controls the oracle system? I mean,
Matrix.
This seems fucking okay. Noodles left. Okay, fucking Noodles. Decentralized oracle fucking system. Let's take another call here. 706, you're on Pokersesh. No, 760, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, can you explain the concept of invisible antes and no limit, and what do you think are the optimal pre-flop percentages for pit? Like a deep stack game.
Well, invisible antes are basically, it's sort of like implied odds. Like, if you're playing like $5, $10 game, there's no fucking, or $1, $2 is even a better example. If you're playing like a $1, $2 game or $2, $5 game and they're raking $6, there's really no reason to ever play a hand. There's no reason at all to ever play a hand. They're raking all the fucking money that you would make by playing a hand. The only reason to play hands is because there's an ante out there to win, but the ante is invisible. What the ante is the amount of money you can expect bad players to put into the pot. Okay? So let's say you're playing in a $1, $2, $2, $5, and the average amount of people seeing a flop is 5 people. 5 people for a limp or 3 people for a raise. So you can say that instead of the amount of money in the pot being in a $2, $5, $7 minus $6 rake, $1, the amount of money in the pot is $25, 5 limpers, or the amount of money in the pot is $60, 3 people calling a $20 raise, okay? So these are the invisible antes. This is what you're actually playing for. You're actually playing for the money that you can expect to be in the pot, not the money that's actually in the pot. Because the money that's actually in the pot isn't worth playing for. There's no reason to play for a $2 blind and a $5 blind minus a $6 rake. There's fucking no reason to play for that. There should not be a poker game. Most no-limit games, because of the way that they are raked, should not exist. Because the actual amount of money in the pot that there is to win, just based on the blinds, is so fucking tiny that basically you should only play fucking 2 aces. The only reason why you can play other hands and get involved is because there is an expected amount of money in the pot from a bunch of bad players that don't understand the concept of the fact that they're playing for nothing. Think about playing in a game with no antes at all. Think about playing in a game with no blinds. Why would you ever open a hand in a game with no blinds? You would never ever open a hand. Nobody would open a hand. So why would you open a hand in a game where they're raking both of the blinds? It's the same as playing in a game where there's basically no blinds. The only reason why you would play in a hand in games like this is because of the invisible antes. All right?
Yeah, that makes sense. So with
I got 2 cents to add to that. Can I just pitch in real quick?
Okay, Grimstar, add something.
Now, invisible antes to me means something different. Invisible antes to me mean I play the button in a heads-up game in a small blind, and then when it's time for me to post big blind, I'm invisible. Same thing with didn't rest in peace our good friend David. I read something somewhere. Someone claimed that that's the reason that they put the big blind button up. He used to do the same thing in a full ring game. You said your boy Black Gary did the same thing in your game until they banned him. You would sit in the full ring game. You can even do it there too.
Yes.
Free hands, under the gun, to the button, or whatever the fuck, and then it comes time to post your big blind.
Yes.
Poof, invisible. You go off. So
that's the Schnurr.
response.
That's Schnurr invisible antes. That's the Schnurr invisible antes. Yes. In a game where there is no post, and in the PLO games, there was no post. The semi-private PLO games, there was no post because we allowed people to get up and take a phone call because they're all fish, smoke a cigarette. We didn't make them post. We knew they weren't trying to get away with anything. The blinds were 5, 5, 10, and the average stack was 1,000 big blinds. Nobody's fucking trying to get away with anything. But there would be some schnurrs, like fucking Black Gary, Gebra Hewitt, Goydam, who would sit down and just play his free hands and then get up. And so we had to tell the casino to bar them from the casino because they were causing so much trouble. So it's better to not be a schnurr, even if you can get a few free hands. All right.
I mean, technically, that is another version of the invisible.
Lyman,
Go on.
All right.
Lyman, with that said, what is the optimal VPIP for a sporting player in a game?
Well, there's not an optimal VPIP. That's not really the way it works. The invisible antes in a game are going to be paid by the worst players in the game. So you have to sort of decide, like, who's going to be coming in behind me, who is likely to raise. Is there somebody who's likely to raise? Like let's say that you're in middle position and two horrible players who limp every fucking hand are behind you. And the only tough players who are constantly trying to raise these limpers or ISO them are in front of you. And the two players that might ISO or try to limp re-raise or do something crazy, they've already folded. So now it's just you and the fishy players. You could play a fucking ton of hands in this situation because you know that they're going to come in with you. And even though they have position on you, they're fucking horrible players, and you can just sort of limp in, let them limp behind you, and then just play fit or fold. So you can play a ton of fucking hands. But if the button is in a different spot and the tougher players have not played their hand yet, or one of the tough players changes seats or something, or if a couple of the fishy players leave the game or are on very, very short stacks or something, you might have to change your strategy. But it's not a set in stone strategy. It's basically based on what you can expect to happen in the future based on all the things that you've seen happen in the past, and you just use your best judgment. And you try to play as many hands with the bad players as you possibly can play, even if they haven't acted yet, because you can assume what their actions are going to be.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling in. There he goes, 760. All right, let's see. Next caller here. 470, you're on Pokersesh.
Hey, man, it's High Stakes Mitch again.
Oh, hey, what's up, Mitch? What's going on?
What's up, man? That was quite an interesting topic with Noodles and Iran and Israeli. And anyway, man, I thought of a bunch of more topics, but I also wanted to see. It's like 8 lines of a poker song I started writing. Could I share that, or you want me to hold off?
Okay, you've written. Wait. Are you gonna? Is this like a cappella, or are you playing guitar or something? What's going on here?
A cappella.
Okay, I would like to hear the 8 lines of your poker song.
Well, thank you. Here it goes.
Okay.
Thank you. I called your bluff. It was so damn weak. You left your children in the street, still hollering about beware of the company you keep. At a first cold glance, it's hard to tell the difference between righteous and wicked. Whoa, stay. Well, hell, y'all know righteous wolves. They will hunt for the blood of the wicked ones. A wicked man, a wicked woman, just the same. Y'all gonna tell the judge and jury anyway. So now y'all tell me, how's it feel to try to win a losing game?
Well, all right. I'll give you a little round of applause. I mean,
the first 1 or 2 lines was great.
I think
Thank you very much.
It steered. I don't really know how much it had to do with poker, but I mean, you gave it 100%. It had a lot of soul, a lot of heart, a lot of feeling. It had a good beat you could dance to, and on the old Smash or Trash, we're gonna call it a smash.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I wanted to ask, you don't have to limit it to one song, but I was gonna say, like, if your life was a movie, the end credits, like, theme song of, like, the poker movie, what would it be?
If my life was a poker movie, what would the end credits theme song be? I think it would be Harvester of Sorrow by Metallica. Metallica, Harvester of Sorrow. You go look at the lyrics to that song, and it's basically that everything, it has nothing to do with poker or gambling, but it's about the life of a hardcore gambler.
Damn straight. I love it. You can't go wrong with Metallica.
So you go find and look at the lyrics to Harvester of Sorrow. Distributor of pain, your loss becomes my gain. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Georgia.
Thank you.
Maybe you call in with the guitar next time. We'll let you play another song.
All right. I've got a guitar.
All right. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Let's see who we got now. Let me go to the chat. Let me go to the chat here. See what's going on in the chat. You see, I still don't understand. Maybe the chat can help me. I still don't understand how they fucking decide who wins these fucking bets. Like, you could have the United States say that we bombed a bunker. The United States says so much stupid shit that's complete fucking lie. We say lies all the time. Like, what if you had bet that the United States had bombed a girls' school and killed a bunch of school children, which we obviously did. We obviously bombed the girls' school. We obviously killed a bunch of school children. You would say, I want to win this bet. But the United States is saying that they didn't do it. The United States is saying that Iran bombed themselves. It's the dumbest fucking lie in the history of the world, that Iran bombed themselves. So do you win that bet or do you lose that bet? Because the two sides are never going to agree on what happened. That's number one. If the United States says we bombed a bunker, Iran's going to say, you didn't bomb that fucking bunker. They bombed sand. They didn't hit shit. The lying piece of shit, Donald Trump, said that he destroyed Iran's nuclear program. He said he completely destroyed it a couple months ago. Now he's saying we have to bomb them to destroy the nuclear program. If you would have bet that he completely obliterated the nuclear program 2 months ago or 3 months ago, whenever that fucking bombing happened, would you have won that bet? He was obviously fucking lying. He didn't destroy the nuclear program. You can't obliterate a nuclear program and rebuild it in a few months. That is impossible. That defies the laws of physics. You would not have the centrifuges. You would not have the uranium. If it was completely obliterated, that means it's gone. That means you have to start back from zero. To build a nuclear program, starting back from zero, takes decades, not months. Trump was obviously lying. So who would win that bet? How would you decide whether you won the bet? I wouldn't want to have to fucking figure out who fucking won that bet. I guess you just have to do what Polymarket says, and you can't complain. I guess that's just the way it works. Lilliputian says his Polymarket bets will suck too. Yeah, I think his Polymarket bets are going to suck too, but I need more specific bets. You can't just be like, oh, we're bombing a bunker. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't have to be a specific bunker or a mosque. You need an address or something. Noodles, none of those markets you are in have any liquidity. $10 moves the line. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I agree, Lilliputian. Who's going to fucking put any real money on bombing a bunker? There's no fucking way to know whether it happened or not. Everybody's going to be upset, except the losing side is going to be upset 100% of the time. Like, if you told me, I bet on they didn't bomb a bunker, and then I find out I lose the bet, I'd be like, where's the proof that they bombed the bunker? And then some fucking oracle says, Pete Hegseth told me they bombed the bunker? You can't believe a fucking word that comes out of Pete Hegseth's mouth. He's a fucking pathological liar, drunk, fucking piece of shit. I lose a bet because Pete Hegseth says it happened? Give me a fucking break. There's no fucking way I put $1 on that shit. No rake in Portland, Oregon, just time $25 fee allows you to buy in for 40 to 400 1-2 and play all day. The grind is real. This says Smoked Salmon is playing $1, $2 in Portland, Oregon because there's no rake, but he has to pay a $25 door fee. $25 is basically a one fucking buy-in. You're stuck a buy-in on a $1, $2 game before you even start. That's a big door fee for $1, $2, $25. Kevin Clarkson says I seem pretty smart. Yes, I am
For the
pretty
whole
smart.
day, that's not bad. They rate fucking $9-10 a pot. And most 1-2s around here, and the New York City one's probably gonna rate $25 a pot. 25 for a door fee ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, but for $1, $2, $25 fucking dollars. I think it's
Dude, they rate that in one New York City pot at 1-2.
well, it depends on how deep the game is, I guess. If the game's really deep, then that's fine. But
I'm not saying that's a profitable game. I'm just saying that's the fucking cost of doing business nowadays.
no, I'm sure it is a profitable game. I have no doubt that it's a profitable game. But even if it's profitable for, 5 big blinds an hour, your first 2.5 fucking hours you spend with the $25 you pay to get in. Now, if the game's really deep, it could be profitable for $20 an hour. That's a little different. But if the game is just people buying in for $100 or whatever, you're not going to make that much money. You got to pay $25 as soon as you sit down. I would try to play a bigger game, I guess. Okay, now
If you play a 12, 13-hour session,
listen. Here's
like $2 an hour.
Here's. I bet at midnight they charge you another $25. Here, Noodles fake fucking account Scott says Noodles won $2,000 on the Russian war not ending, still making profits. Okay, Noodles, you said you were going to call in with some real fucking bets. I want some real fucking bets, Noodles. I want a real fucking bet. Okay, we got a call here.
Fugazi.
Kevin Clarkson, you're on Pokersesh.
Yo, what up, Abe? What up, Grimstar?
What up, Kev?
Kevin, are you doing any of this poly market betting?
No. I'm just sticking to poker, but I am going in on Friday, so I'll ask about the banking.
Yes.
Gardens.
You need to get the secret information.
Okay. So like, don't ask like the top cool dude. Ask like my side guy, basically the side manager,
Ask
like Dario.
everybody and see if they all say the same thing.
Okay.
Maybe
I'll do that. So
maybe ask a dealer. Maybe ask some dealers too, because sometimes they know. Maybe ask ask somebody from the corporation too.
okay, all right, I'll do that.
All right.
Okay. There's been some good updates in the poker world, by the way.
Okay, let's hear them.
So first of all, I figured out how to post 1-minute clips by downloading them in portrait mode and then uploading them to Reddit to like make them really good quality and like no stream issues.
Nice.
So like you're actually even back posting clips of Pokersesh on Reddit. The bad news is that I posted the Kill Fuck Mary from last week and they just want to kill you 3 times.
I'm banned from Reddit Poker, so I can't even read it.
Oh man, you gotta create a new account then because they love you on Reddit.
Oh, the Reddit people.
No, they don't.
The Reddit people are the biggest broke fucking scumbags ever to fucking exist in the history of poker. The Reddit people make the 2+2 people look like fucking Phil Ivey. They're so broke and such fucking losers. I get all my news from Reddit. Reddit is the most miserable fucking failed gamblers, failed everything people on the history of those. Like at Reddit, Kevin, you are like a god at Reddit. The fact that you can make $80 a day probably puts you in the top 1% of all Reddit posters. I'm not even. They're the worst. They're so fucking dumb. But thank you, Kevin. Kevin, that said, thank you for posting things there to make them mad. Anything that makes them mad makes me happy. It reminds me of the old what's that Sheryl Crow song? If it makes you unhappy, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
All right. What else?
So you ready for the next piece of information?
Yeah, next piece of information.
GarrettAdelstein.com.
Right.
He's now selling coaching, and he wrote a memoir on Jack 4 and his live streaming, being one of the best cash game player. It's coming out in September.
Yeah, I saw a clip of it. It looks so pathetic. It's just such flop sweat. I mean, it's so sad.
He's creating a course with Upswing Poker too. Because I looked at the website. He's creating a course. There's a course tab, and he's creating with Upswing Poker, which is Doug Polk. So they're teaming up.
Well, no, Doug Polk sold Upswing Poker, I think.
No, he didn't.
He didn't, okay. I thought that he sold it.
No.
He still owns it.
No, he didn't. Upswing is his training site.
Right.
And that's with Club WPT. They sell a $99 package where you get 105 chips and you get access to Upswing Poker.
Have you done that?
Yeah, I did that last month.
And what did you learn?
I didn't watch. It was just him and Gary Blackwood. I didn't watch any of the courses.
So, but didn't it cost you 105 gold chips?
No, you pay. It costs $99 and you get 105 sweet coins.
Oh, so you
So
pay.
you gain $6.
So you gain $6 by joining the course,
Yeah,
and then you just ignored the course because it's stupid.
yeah.
What a business! What a fucking business! What a business they're running. So yeah, I mean, you can tell. I could tell from the clip that Garrett fucking is pushing around to all the social medias that he thinks that the J4 thing is going to be a movie. He thinks it's going to be a movie. It's so fucking obvious. He thinks it's going to be a book, and he's going to fucking option it for a movie. No one fucking cares. There ain't going to be no fucking movie. Nobody's optioning that.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I would do that if I was Garrett. Now that I think about it.
Well, that's obviously what he's trying to do, but like nobody wants a movie where at the end of the movie Garrett's a good guy. So nobody's going to buy that. At the end of the movie,
like Jake Gyllenhaal plays Garrett Adelstein.
Yeah.
The movie's called Beneath the Cards.
Yes. Nobody's
I'm
gonna
on the website right now.
Nobody's gonna option a film where the protagonist is Garrett Adelstein. The protagonist has to be the hot chick. The chick can't be a cheater and he's the hero.
Robbie's the hero, Garrett's the villain.
Yeah, Garrett has to be the villain.
I always thought Garrett would be a good villain. I always thought that Garrett would be a good villain.
Well, he has
Who
to.
are we gonna cast as Robbie, or does she play herself?
Robbie, I don't know.
Of course she plays herself.
Yeah, I mean,
She wants to be a star.
Nobody goes to a movie hoping that the fucking guy is the hero and the woman is the dog. The woman is a villain. No one's gonna.
The evil woman.
Yeah, that's not the way. That's not how it's gonna work. But Garrett would never allow himself to be the villain because he's tied himself so deeply into the lie that she was this mastermind, like fucking Bond villain, Goldfinger Bond villain type person. She can't fucking tie her shoes. Her head's half fucking filled with fucking injections, like collagen injections, and Garrett wants us to believe that she outsmarted the fucking entire world to take him in a pot, and then she gave the money back. That's what he wants us to believe. That's the stupidest fucking movie in the history of the world. Nobody's gonna go to that fucking movie. If Garrett would just suck it up and admit that he's the villain, if he would suck it up and admit that he's the villain, he could sell that movie. You could sell a movie where Garrett's the villain. You cannot sell a movie where Garrett's the fucking hero. No one's going to watch that fucking shit where Garrett's the fucking hero. Give me a fucking break. So stupid.
How about they're both the villain?
Yeah. I mean, they could both. It could be a complex, nuanced piece where it's many shades of gray. I don't like that. I don't think it's going to work. In gambling movies have to be very clean cut or the audience doesn't understand it. You know, you have Mike McDermott, the good guy. You have Worm, the bad guy. You know, things have to be clean cut or the audience doesn't get it because the audience is already doesn't like gambling to begin with. They don't like it to begin with. They don't quite understand it to begin with. If you try to get too nuanced with it, it's not going to work. There's got to be a good guy and a bad guy. Garrett cannot be the good guy. No one's going to go see that. Hey, Kevin, did you see... Did you go look up pictures of Patrick Cantlay?
Yeah, I did.
And you and him are twins, correct?
Yeah, he looks pretty similar to me.
Yeah, he's better looking than you, but similar enough that you could put on a golf hat and a golf shirt, start a profile on online profile, delete your old profile, start a new online profile, don't mention the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the fucking Elders of Zion is out. Never mention that shit, and then just go into the comments of every Patrick Cantlay post, and anytime a woman is in there posting about Patrick Cantlay, you just start talking her up in a nice, respectful way, and you don't say anything about the fact that you fucking look like Patrick Cantlay. She's gonna notice it because she's already in love with Patrick Cantlay, and you're gonna get some some side pussy. You're gonna get some golf side pussy.
I don't like golf like you like golf. Like you like.
You
golf.
don't have to like golf. You don't, Kevin. You don't have to like golf.
I don't need, bro.
Kevin,
I don't need to go out of my way to meet girls. There's girls at 24 Hour Fitness.
Kevin,
there's girls at a barbecue restaurant.
Kevin, you meet zero women. You meet literally zero women. Zero.
I got money on my mind. I got money on my mind right now.
Is that your way of that? So that was your way of saying you meet zero women. Yes, you meet zero.
I'll get back to hanging out with girls in a little bit, but I want to focus on money for the next 1 month.
You can't get back to something that you were never at. That's like me saying I'm going to get back to my house on the moon. I'm not getting back to my house on the moon. I never lived on the moon. You're not getting back to meeting women. You never met women. I'm giving you the fucking keys to the kingdom. I'm giving you the fucking Holy Grail. Oh wait, I got noodles here. I got noodles. Noodles, give us some fucking pics, and don't make it stupid shit like we're fucking shooting at a bunker. Something real that has liquidity.
I was literally just going to give you an example of how this shit works. If
Okay.
You don't get how this shit works.
Okay, give me an example.
All right. I'll give you an example of how I've made money off of war bets.
Okay.
Like the Ukrainian-Russian war.
Right.
You know how they've been saying it's going to end?
Right.
I've had money on that shit not ending for fucking how long? Almost like a year now.
Yeah.
That's a pure example of how that shit works. I mean, when stock goes up. And by the way, who is this Lilliputian guy in the comments who has a hard on for me? Why doesn't he call in? Why doesn't this guy call in? He fucking loves me.
Dude, that guy's a weirdo.
Like that.
Lilliputian's a weirdo.
You know.
Why the fuck? Why can't he call in?
You know.
Call in, Lily.
I have a feeling that's Grimstar in hiding. Is that you,
Oh.
Grimstar?
Grimmy, are you Lilliputian Petrodactyl?
No.
Why does this guy never call? Why does this guy never call in? Why does he get trust from me?
That's true. I have never seen Grimstar and Lilliputian Petrodactyl in the same room before. They might be the same
Yeah,
person.
I've been putting two and two together here myself in the comments.
Yeah, but
Same
listen,
chat room?
any room. I've never seen you guys together anywhere. You might be the same person.
Here. You did see me in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, I see his chat.
By the way, Kevin, if you can't succeed with age job, I have a job for you.
Okay.
What job do you
Literally
have?
just curse out and anybody who says fuck noodles in the comments, then I'll wire you, I don't know, $5 a week. It's a pretty good deal.
Okay. Okay, done.
Kevin just got a job. He just doubled his income.
Yeah, so you don't gotta work at Chipotle. I take care of my Hebrew brothers. Huh? You don't gotta work at Chipotle.
Appreciate that.
So
Appreciate that.
yeah, but listen to me.
Give your Cash App info to Limon. We'll make this work.
Okay. Yeah,
No worries. I'll do it for free for a bit. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate. I can't stand going on.
I
the
got
show
you.
and this fucking guy who never calls in.
that's
Dude,
true.
I have Lilliputian blocked, bro.
All right. Anyways,
But hey, listen to me. Noodles. Listen to me. Everybody knows that the fucking Ukrainian war is not going to end. What do you have to put up, like $100 to win $1?
I had that. Yeah, I'm saying that I had that like a year ago. So yeah, if you look at it now, obviously it's going to be crazy different.
But you got to put up like $100 to win $1.
Not if you predict it like before the shit happens.
What is
That's the whole point. You need a hedge.
Okay,
I mean a handicap.
let me see here. Let me put it in here. Odds Ukrainian war ends
It's gonna be total. I got mine like a year ago. It's
on
gonna be totally different.
what did you pay?
I don't have my laptop with me. I don't fuck. I gotta
How do you know? How do you never know anything? You should have some idea. If you're telling me you're making a lot of money doing this, you should have some idea.
because I call in from work. I'm on the clock.
Yeah, but
Anyways, I had a question about a movie because you guys were talking about movies real quick,
okay.
and it's about the movie the Death of a Chinese Bookie. Remember
Yeah.
we were talking about that?
Great movie. Yes.
Killing off.
Killing of a Chinese bookie.
You were saying. Yeah. It's a good gambling movie. I recommend that.
And here's some other things about it. The character that Ben Gazzara plays in that movie is also the same character that he plays in Big Lebowski, and that movie is loosely based. The movie The Killing of a Chinese Bookie is inspired by the movie The Killing by Stanley Kubrick. So there's 3 movies that you can watch in a row: The Killing of a Chinese Bookie, and Big Lebowski. Best triple header you'll watch in your whole life, maybe. All right, next.
Yeah, I mean, even the first opening 15 minutes of Chinese Bookie is good, but my real question is about the ending. You're saying that he didn't solve any problems, so let me just put the scenario out for the audience.
Okay.
He was in big debt. He was in big debt, and then he goes up to the Italian guys. The Italian guys say, "Hey, take care of this Chinese bookie for me." He goes, basically kills all the triads.
Yeah.
And then leaves. I mean, how did he not solve any problem? He got out of his debt, and he got rid of the Chinese bookie for the Italian.
They were the Italians were still after him. He still had more trouble at the end of the movie.
He went back to his club at the end of the movie. Didn't he say it'd be all right, Vince?
The Italians tried to kill him to shore up their loose ends.
After he killed the triads, maybe I gotta rewatch it.
I think so.
He caught some bullets. He was bleeding out on stage.
I gotta rewatch the ending.
Yeah,
I think you missed the part where he was bleeding out.
Yeah, he was.
I just remember the clear scene of him, the old ass Chinese guy in the pool.
No, but okay. Thank you for calling in and fucking giving us the end of a movie that you don't even remember, Noodles. This is as good as your sports picks. This is exactly as good as your sports picks.
Recommending a good movie.
You're recommending it, and then you had some opinion on it, and you don't even remember how it ended. He got shot in the end, and the Italians were still trying to clean up loose ends. The only way that we know he's still alive is because he pops up in the Big Lebowski.
True. I mean, he lived on in Hollywood.
But I don't think that they were taking some what's called artistic license. Okay. Noodles.
Was his name Cosmo?
Yeah, Cosmo, yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't notice that. Good shit.
Give us.
Kevin, like I said, I got you.
Okay, Noodles.
All good, all good, bro. All good.
Noodles. Right. Noodles. We want a real polymarket pick. Okay. How about this, Noodles? When will
you have to predict? You have to predict them.
Okay, I'm going to give you a prediction. I'm giving you a chance to do it right now. Noodles. When will the Strait of Hormuz? When will the Strait of Hormuz open?
Well, I can give you like different diplomat shit. Like I can give you some shit's gonna happen in South America. We could go to war with Mexico. There's a bunch of different stuff.
Okay. Are we going to go to war with Mexico?
Oh yeah, all right, we can do that. I'll place a bet. I don't have time to look up the line. I'm fucking.
The line is $1 billion to fucking 1. It's $1 billion to 1. We're not fucking going to war with Mexico. This is dumbest.
No. That's not what the bet would be. The bet would be that U.S. troops are operating there.
Okay, well, U.S. troops
Which they are, which most people don't know.
U.S. troops are probably already operating somewhere in Mexico because first off,
okay. My bet is that that's going to escalate.
But how do they decide whether it escalates or not?
All right, like I said, I'm at work. You're gonna get me fucking fired or whacked. so I gotta go. Shout out to everyone.
Yes,
Shalom.
yes, the Ayatollah,
All right, see you, Noodles.
the Ayatollah
Yeah, thank
Khomeini.
God, yeah, I'm not worried about the Ayatollah's son. He's probably fucking someone.
Okay, Noodles, you gave us no fucking bets. You were zero
Also,
fucking help.
wait. I have to stand up for Israel. They did not kill fucking kids, and if they did, it's because they build their fucking bomb shelters underneath children hospitals on purpose.
No,
So
no.
maybe they shouldn't do that, and we won't bomb it. How
No,
about they don't build their fucking terrorist
No.
bombs underneath
No.
children hospitals? We won't bomb it. It's that simple. All right, I gotta go. Shabbat
Yeah, okay,
shalom.
okay. Just when I thought that nobody could possibly say shit stupider than what Kevin says, Noodles like outdoes you. Like Noodles outdoes you like 10 to
Dude,
1.
I love Noodles.
They
I
yes,
love Noodles.
yes, Noodles. The fucking Iranians are building children's schools under bomb shelters. Jesus fucking Christ, the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my fucking life. Oh God, why? I guess you can
What
bet.
about the Mexico? The we're gonna go to war.
Yeah,
with
we're gonna
Mexico.
invade Mexico. Like, okay, yes, Noodles. You're putting up like $100 to win $1 in a market that has no liquidity. Lilliputian says that he is Grimstar.
I got two more topics. Abe.
Okay, let's hear it. Next topic.
It's a lighter one than the last one, but so April 1st is April Fool's next week on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, are we gonna have a show?
Yes, I do.
And that's also when the prop thing opens up. Is that
Well-
a joke, or could it be an April Fool's joke?
I don't think it could be an April Fool's joke, and I will have a show on every Wednesday except for in the future, in the near future, I don't know exactly when, somewhere around June 3rd, which is a Wednesday, I think. On June 3rd, there will be no show because I'll be in France. I'll be in France. And
Nice.
the week before that, the show's going to be on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. And the week after that, the show's going to be on Thursday instead of Wednesday because I'm going to be in France for like 16 days or something. So, so other than that, the show is on every Wednesday. I mean, I have no reason not to do the show on every Wednesday.
Why would
No,
you go
yeah,
to
man.
fucking France when you could just go right next door to a 10 times better place? Go to Italy.
Okay, this is not my choice, first of all. This is my wife's choice. It's her birthday, all right? So we're going
Tell
to...
her the birthday is in Italy this year.
I don't decide where it is. If you had been married a long time like me, you would know you don't decide where your wife goes on, where the vacation is on her birthday. She decides where the vacation is on her birthday. It's all the fucking same shit to me anyway. It's the same shit to me. I'm going to be fucking eating, drinking, and playing golf. Whether it's Italy, France, England, Scotland, Norway, I don't give a fuck where we go. I just get on the plane, lay down, drink some champagne, and when I get off the plane, I'm in a golf course, I'm drinking wine, I'm eating cheese, whatever. I don't give a shit where it is. It's all the same to me. I don't fucking like vacation, but I go. And when I go, once I get there, I have a good time. That's it. All right, anything else, Kevin?
Yeah. So this is the big one. So on last Friday's Hustler Casino Live, Ryan Felton played, and he lost $350,000. And there was a Reddit thread made about him, and yeah, it was pretty wild.
Well, listen, he probably didn't have 100% of himself. Yeah, but he probably still did lose a lot of money. And, it must be nice. He's doing good. If you can lose that much money and people will still take a piece of you in the game, yeah, you must be doing good. Good for Ryan. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would never do that. I think that it brings too many eyeballs to places that you don't want eyeballs. I think it's a very, very bad idea.
The one he was playing 100, 200, the high stakes Friday game. You think it's a bad idea, or losing money obviously is a bad idea?
It's a bad idea to be on your own stream with a lot of money. It's a very fucking bad idea. It brings...
I mean, It's fine. He was just he hosts his own like poker app game.
Yes,
and he rates
which
it.
is illegal.
And that's-
Which is illegal.
I don't know. I don't think it's illegal.
Oh, you don't think it's
the-
Kevin? What the fuck are you talking about? It's 100% fucking
I don't
illegal.
know.
Which is
A lot of
why.
people have run those.
Which is why you don't want to bring eyeballs to yourself. Which is why you don't want to make a spectacle of yourself with big fucking giant stacks of money if you may also be involved in nefarious activities. You don't want to bring.
No, but it's not. Look, it's just a poker app game. There's a fucking ton of people that run those, bro.
It doesn't matter. There's
Rampage runs it.
Yeah, Rampage is the same thing. He should not bring attention to himself. It's the same fucking thing. Like, yes, there's a lot of people who sell crack. You should not fucking bring attention to yourself if you're fucking selling crack. This is a classic mistake that people who are involved in nefarious activities make is they bring too much attention onto themselves with lots and lots of money around. Now, if Ryan Feldman did a celebrity game or an influencer game and they played $5, $10 and everybody bought in for a few $1,000, that's fine. It'll get lots of views and Mr. Beast will be there and fucking as some other dipshit fucking some girl who puts on makeup for a living will be there and whatever. Somebody who got 5th place on The Bachelorette will be there. That's fine. It looks normal for you to have a couple $1,000 and be having some fun. But when you're sitting with hundreds of thousands of dollars, it brings undue attention on yourself. It makes people who might want to cause you trouble look into your business dealings. It's just a really, really, really bad fucking idea. Remember the movie Casino? And Ace Rothstein decides to do a little TV show from the Tangiers Hotel. And he's there juggling and he's talking to people. And the fucking gangsters are saying, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't bring attention to yourself. Don't bring attention to yourself. And the next thing you know, there's a bomb in his car and he's fucking dead. Like, when you are involved in nefarious activities, the last thing you fucking want to do is bring a bunch of attention to yourself. Because when you bring a bunch of attention to yourself, people start looking into your business activities. And when people start looking into your business activities, the next thing you know, the Lodge Casino shut down. The next thing you know, all fucking hell is broken loose. You want to, I'm giving advice, and this advice is good advice. And people should follow my advice if they own a stream, or if they own a casino, or if they do anything that's public facing. Don't fucking bring attention to yourself with giant stacks of fucking money. Giant stacks of money attract haters, and haters will cause people to look into your business. You don't want people looking into your business with giant fucking stacks of fucking money. They can be mad at you if they think that you don't have giant stacks of money, but once they see that you're willing to lose $250,000 fucking dollars on a poker stream, they start to say to themselves like, where the fuck is all this money coming from? And next thing you know, they're up in your business. And if you work in the gambling world, the last thing on earth you want is people up in your business. I think it's a very, very bad idea, but you know what? Everyone to each their own, to each their own. All right, thank you, Kevin.
All right, see ya.
Good topics this week, Kevin. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, bye.
All right, later. There he goes. The world famous.
Wow, I just watched some of these hands from the Ryan Feldman stream. Wow.
Yeah, well, I think he's bringing too much.
I don't know if you've seen them. Have you seen them?
No. Why the fuck would I watch that shit? I can't watch that shit. He's bringing too much attention to himself.
He bluffed it off versus Turbo. He check raised all in on the fucking 4-flush river. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes that guy just does some wild shit.
Well, you know what? It makes people end up saying, well, how does that guy have so much fucking money to burn? It causes too much fucking attention. Causes too much. When Kevin Clarkson knows you run an illegal fucking app game, or that When Kevin fucking Clarkson knows that you run a booking operation, when Kevin fucking Clarkson knows that you run private poker games, it means too many people know this shit for you to be sitting on a fucking stream with losing $250,000. Too many people know things. You're bringing too much attention to yourself. It's my advice. Nobody listens to my advice, but later on they say, you know, maybe I should have listened to his advice. All right, Grimstar, it's getting late. It's getting late.
Scott in the chat has confirmed himself to be Noodles with that comment.
Of course, fucking I know who Noodles is in the chat. Everybody fucking knows who.
All right, I got one last gem for the road if you want to kick me out of here. I got one last gem.
Okay, what gem? What gem?
I can't talk over the music.
Okay, talk.
So I can't talk over the music. What's the fuck going on?
What's the gem? We'll save your gem for next week.
I'm gonna have to.
Don't worry, we'll be back on April Fool's Day for your gem. Hey, Mike. I'll figure it out myself. But they just keep bugging me. I'm not crazy. You're the one that's crazy. Driving me crazy. They put me in this institution and said it was the only solution. Mike, you're on drugs! You're on drugs!
Alright, goodbye.
Bye, Grimstar! Oh, it was a Pepsi! Just a Pepsi! I'm not crazy! You're the one that's crazy! I can't believe how much fucking time I wasted on... Got no information from Noodles on even one bet. And we're afraid you're gonna hurt yourself. This is like Kevin when he's sitting at his parents' condo. This is like when Kevin's parents throw him out of the condo. I went to your institutional learning facilities! There it is. Doesn't matter. I'll probably get hit by a fucking car anyways.